What's going on, you guys? How are you all doing today? I know it's been a minute since I have uploaded a video. Actually, I think it's been probably a little over a year. Life got in the way with a bunch of stuff, and then there was a lot going on. Alright, so I wanted to talk about a subject that I'm pretty sure at this point has been beaten into the ground more than Loki was by the Hulk.
I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
But nonetheless, it is something I feel like I want to get my 2 cents on. And that is why everybody seems to be getting burnt out on superhero films. Now, it seems like over the last, 2, 3 years, basically ever since Endgame happened, everybody seems to be getting burnt out on the superhero films. And I noticed this after Marvel announced their Phase 5 and Phase 6 of movies and everything that are going to come, the TV shows that they're going to be releasing on, and everything like that. And I thought, okay, is it because they're producing too much? Is it just the quality of everything? And so I wasn't 100% sure myself. And I took a look at it, so I'm going to bring this up real quick. So, right here, for Phase 1 of the Avengers and everything like that. So, Iron Man basically, it started it all, Iron Man was released in 2008, and then all the way up until Avengers, which was 2012. So, in a 4-year span, they released 6 movies. Alright, and so now we get to Phase 2, where Iron Man 3 basically picks up right after Avengers in 2013, I believe it was. Yes, 2013. And then leading all the way up to Ant-Man, which was in 2015. So 2 years to produce 5 movies, and for the most part, it was pretty good. Now, Phase 3. This was where they really went all in with their movies and stuff like that, They produced, what was it? Phase 3, Captain America Civil War was in 2016. Now, leading up to Avengers Infinity War, that was in 2019. So in 3 years, they put out basically 6 movies again. 7 movies. Okay, 7 movies leading up to Avengers Infinity War. And then in 1 year, they got, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and then Endgame. That all was in the span of 1 year. Now, Captain Marvel was the only movie that they introduced a new character. Basically, all of these were characters everybody was familiar with. They had already been established and everything. Captain Marvel was the only one. And all of these movies, absolutely fantastic. So, they produced all of these movies and there wasn't a problem. Alright, I think the biggest thing, though, is that right here, Phase 3, this is when everybody's just like, okay, I'm done. I'm satisfied, But movie companies aren't exactly like that. So what do they? So they introduce Phase 4. This, in my opinion, Phase 4 is when the movie quality overall just started going downhill. But there's also more to it than that. Like, Black Widow wasn't that great. Eternals was utter garbage. Shang-Chi, loved that movie. That was a great time. Absolutely loved it. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was kind of just eh. It wasn't great. Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't care for it that much. And then you had Spider-Man 3, which, in my opinion, one of the greatest crossovers of all time. Actually. And then we had Thor Love and Thunder, which, if I'm being completely honest with you, I think they released Thor Love and Thunder, just to be like, oh yeah, no, he's still here. He's still doing stuff. But we need to let you know that. So here's a movie. Instead of just like inserting him into like one of the TV shows or something like that, they gave him an entire movie, and the comedy just it didn't hit most of the time. There was a few times I chuckled, definitely. But overall, just it wasn't there. Like I didn't care for it. And so then we get into Disney Plus. You had the Falcon, Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki. What If was fantastic. I loved it. And then you've got Hawkeye. Again, I enjoyed that one. Not as much as like Loki, or WandaVision, but it was still enjoyable. Um, Miss Marvel. I, I don't know. There's a lot of mix about that one, if I'm being honest. She-Hulk. She-Hulk. I haven't watched yet. If I'm being completely honest, I haven't watched it yet. I need to, just to kind of keep up with everything. But that's right there. I think where the big thing is that you have to watch all of this to be caught up with everything that's going on in the cinematic universe. And that's a lot. Like a lot of people, they don't subscribe to Disney Plus and or anything like that, and it's kind of becoming like not ridiculous, but they're expecting everybody to put in more time to this, whereas before, phase 1, there you go, that's it. You watch these 6 movies, you understand what's going on. But now you have to watch all of this to understand anything. So I completely understand getting burnt out. Now, mind you, all of this doesn't even include all of the other superhero movies that are going on. Like, this is just Disney's Marvel. This doesn't include Sony with Venom and Morbius. This doesn't include Fox with the Fantastic Four and whatever else they have. X-Men. There we go. And X-Men. But then there's also DC, who has also been producing about 1 to 2 movies every single year. There's a lot to go. There's a lot that's going on to keep up with just to enjoy what is going on. I mean, back in the day, like after Avengers and like Avengers Phase 1 was finished, they introduced Agents of Shield, which was fantastic. But you didn't have to watch it to understand everything that was going on in the Marvel Universe. It was just kind of like a side, oh, yeah, here you go. If you want to enjoy a little bit something, something. It was kind of like Star Wars books. Take that for example, the Star Wars books. It's just like, yeah, you can read these to get some side knowledge, but it's not detrimental to the full stories or anything like that. But I think it's just the fact that you have to watch the movies and the TV shows and stuff like that. So you're basically putting in 10 extra hours, at a time. And Disney does it where it's, 1 episode a week. So you're basically sinking 1 more hour each week to understand what all is going on inside of the universe. Okay, so you've also got like all of the movies from DC. Alright, and then with DC, since let's say 2013, when they introduced Man of Steel, unfortunately, they kind of tried to play catch up a little too quickly, and it didn't pan out, because they did Man of Steel, but then they did Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. And in that movie alone, they introduced the main people of the Justice League. Sure, you can do that, but what if people aren't like familiar with these people? Giving them a little side story wouldn't have been bad, which they're trying to do now. But let's see. So from 2013 all the way up to 2012, they have made what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In 9 years, they released 12 movies. That's 1 to 2 a year. Yeah, like literally 1 to 2 movies a year. Right here, though, like everything that's going on. Like this right here, you know what's going on in the universe because it's all right here. There's no side stories, no TV shows that you need to watch in order to understand what's going on. But again, at this point, everybody is just tired of superhero films and TV shows because there is so much to watch to understand what's going on. It's not like you can just go there and watch a film and enjoy it anymore. You have to keep up with everything, and if you don't, you feel completely lost and you're going to enjoy it less, I feel. So, there you have it. I don't know. I just feel like back in the day when they first got started with this project and everything like that, like introducing superhero movies, you went to the movies to understand everything that was going on. And I think that that's why people are just getting burnt out on superhero movies. It's not because people don't like superhero movies, it's because you have to watch everything to keep up. The movies, the TV series, you know, instead, you watch like maybe one or two movies a year to understand everything that was going on. But now you've got 3 movies a year, like 2 to 3 movies a year, plus all of the Disney series, that they release like 2 of per year. So that's another 20 hours right there that you're sinking into it. Like, okay, obviously that doesn't sound like a lot, but you get my point. Like, you're supposed to sink a lot of time into this apparently to understand what's going on. And I feel like that's just everybody's getting burnt out for that reason. You know, when Marvel's Avengers was getting announced and everything like that, like they had other Marvel projects. They had there was Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. What was it? Iron Fist. That was another one. The Punisher. Like, and all of these series were fantastic, you know, but you didn't have to watch them to understand everything. You could watch them to be like, oh, you know, that's a cool character and everything, but you didn't have to watch them to understand what was going on in the whole universe. So, alright, so there you have it. That's my 2 cents on this whole subject, why I think people are getting burnt out on superheroes and everything. Down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. If you agree with some of my takes on this, if you don't agree with me on that, let me know and let's talk about it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. You have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!